That must be the main house.
Come on, Jude.
What's going on, movie fans? Welcome back to JBuck Studios, your home for reviews, reactions, and ridiculousness. Anyways, though, we have a brand new horror film in theaters right now. There was the 2016 The Boy. Now we have a sequel to it, Brahms, The Boy 2. When a young family moves to the Healshire's residence, terror strikes when their boy discovers a doll called Brahms that appears to be eerily human. So is Brahms, The Boy 2 a worthy sequel to this 2016 film? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of Brahms if you've already seen this film tonight, or if you're very much looking forward to it this weekend. Now let's get into some of the good. So I had recently just watched the 2016 film The Boy for the first time, and I was very curious on how they were going to get or squeeze a sequel out of this first film. And of course, here we are. They did. They somehow did it. But I will say, for the positives, the pros of this movie, from the very get-go of the film, probably the first bit, the setup, it was interesting. I thought I was very intrigued, and I was like, oh man, they're making these creative decisions that I can see where they're gonna play off of this, and it's almost realistic. It's believable, and sort of tying in with the initial setup, bringing it over to the Katie Holmes character and how she's going to have to deal with this, without spoilers, how she's gonna have to deal with this essentially trauma that is done to her. So the initial setup and the character and all of that kind of blending together, I thought was fantastic from the get-go. However, yes, from the get-go, it seems like they're going in a right direction, but once we get about 10 to 15 minutes further into the film, everything sort of falls apart. And I think that the main reason that is because creative decisions in this film just... There was two different doors. There was a left and the right, and they kept going with the right door, which was the wrong door. They picked the wrong decisions for this. I mean, just for example, getting into the plot points of this film, it's very generic. You can kind of cookie cutter see where this film is going to go. Creepy boy, creepy doll, traumatizing situation, they're going on a vacation, even more traumatizing, unexplainable things are happening. I mean, this is a horror film that unfortunately is going to fall into the generic genre of horror. I mean, it's not going to be a film people are going to be seeking out, one that they're going to be talking about in months from now, not even in a couple weeks probably. It's a film you have seen before, but then going on those creative decisions again, they set up something at the beginning that I thought had merit. There was substance to it, and they just unfortunately abandoned it, and then went with this other situation with characters dropping in that makes the lore somewhat muddled from the first film. I understand it connects. It connects, I'll say that, it connects, but it is very muddled and very like, oh yeah, okay, that happened. So yeah, they're bringing in characters, they're bringing in situations, and almost, again, just weird creative decisions. Creative decisions, I guess, because the young boy in this movie, something happens to him, something happens to his mother, and the way that they deal with it, and maybe he was bad at acting, I don't know, but they made him essentially be a mute, writing on a notepad through a majority of this film. So I thought that was just, again, weird, because he's not even talking and you're just waiting for him to write something out. Again, it might add to that creepy allure of the film of not knowing exactly what's going on. But man, a lot of the creative decisions fall into almost this poorly constructed improv sketch. And the scares, obviously this is a horror film, psychological horror, ooh, creepy things. And I'll say that the environment, you know, almost them going back to the original house from 2016 is creepy. There's creepy things kind of almost reminiscent of that first film. I wouldn't say nostalgic at all, but yeah, going back and seeing that stuff is eerily creepy. But the scares in this film fall into that generic, you know, loud noise, jump scare, you know, trope or whatever. Because the thing is, it's not even jump scares, it is startles. Because they just crank the volume up way too high. And, you know, it might work for some people, those jump scares, those startles, because a couple people in my theater, they were like, oh, but I didn't think that those were worthy. They didn't work for them. There were cheap and easy jump scares, startles in this film. So if you're looking for anything creepy, you're just going to get loud noises. Overall, Brahms the Boy 2 somehow twists the lore into connecting to the first film, with it having this fantastic, almost intriguing setup, but with poor creative decisions, you know, a generic plot you've seen time and time again, and startles, not even scares, jump scare startles in this film. I would skip out on this film. I mean, if you really adored the 2016 film and want to see what's going on in this, or want to go out for a date night to cuddle up to someone for, you know, some startling things in this film, go for it. But if you want anything of substance, anything that's going to sit with you for a couple days, I'd skip out on this film. In closing, I'm going to give Brahms the Boy 2 1.5 out of 5 creepy dolls. So what did you guys think of Brahms the Boy 2? If you've seen this film, looking forward to this film, or very much now staying away from this film, I want to know in the comments down below. Anyways though, as always, thank you so much for watching. Guarantee that there's going to be a Brahms the Boy 2 ending explained poorly tomorrow on the JBuck Studios channel. Stay tuned for that, depending on how much sleep I get tonight. But watch some more videos up there or right over there, you know, brand new stuff all the time. Follow all of my social media, like this video, like this channel, subscribe to this channel, and until next time, we'll see you later.